Hello, my name is Sophie. Welcome to my channel, Natural Roots, where I talk about all things related to health, helping women heal themselves as a woman who is overcoming chronic illness and soon to be practitioner. Before we start, I want you to take note that anything I talk to today is not medical advice. It's for educational purposes only. Today, I will be giving you 5 tips on how to optimize your sleep. We often talk about how sleep is good for us, but today we'll dive in a little bit deeper. As we go along these 5 tips to optimize your sleep, I'll explain the importance of implementing each and every one of them. Let's go. The first tip is to turn off your phone at least 1 hour before going to bed. I know we all love those late night scrolls on social media. I'm guilty too. The thing is that it is affecting your sleep greatly. Blue light interferes with the natural ability of your body to produce what is called melatonin. A study from the University of Harvard found that the effects of blue light over an exposure of 6.5 hours, which most of us are exposed to anyway, by your phone, by your work, by your computer, by the iPad, we're all exposed to it. Some of us even way more than 6.5 hours a day, suppresses the melatonin production for about twice as long as being exposed to green light, while being exposed to the same level of brightness. So this means that our work, which, let's face it, technology is a huge part of our world today. We can't really avoid it. But those late night scrolls at night that you're doing before falling asleep, those can be avoided and should be. Blue light is literally destroying the quality of your sleep. Melatonin is not only important to help you fall asleep, but it also has a huge impact on the quality of your sleep. And as we know, quality over quantity every single time. When we sleep, our pineal gland secretes melatonin, which drastically improves the quality of the sleep that we are getting. As we know, we all have different stages of sleep. We have the sleep, awake, deep sleep, light sleep, and REM sleep cycles. And the role of melatonin is to regulate your awake sleep cycles throughout the days. Your melatonin levels is also in charge of aiding detoxification of free radicals, bone formation, reproduction, cardiovascular, immune and body mass regulation. So the less melatonin you produce, the more these functions are impaired. Please just don't mess with your phone at least 1 hour before bed. Do what you can. Don't be spending all your day on your phone when it can be avoided. Do what you can, do your best, and I'll guarantee you'll have a better quality of sleep and feel more rested. Second tip, go to bed early. Somehow, with electricity, we believe that, whether it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., as long as we have lights on, it doesn't matter what time we go to bed. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is false. Our body has an internal clock of roughly 24 hours, called the circadian rhythm, which means that our body produces or concentrates more intensely on different functions throughout the day. Each organ has a roughly 2 peak hour throughout the day where it concentrates more of its energy. For example, the liver is more active between 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. So this means that if you find yourself always waking up in the middle of night at roughly these hours, this means that your liver may need help detoxifying. At these hours, the toxins are released from the body, there is fresh blood being made, and your liver is detoxifying all the chemicals that you've been exposed through the entire day. Keeping a typical circadian rhythm that mimics the sun and the moon will not only help you feel more rested, but can be also a great indicator of your health and can help you notice small little shifts throughout the years, throughout the months. This will be a great indicator for you that, I might need to, support my kidneys, support my liver, or support my stomach. Something might be going on. Tip number 3, sleep in a completely dark room. Yes, completely dark. No lights, no night lights, no any light. This means get yourself curtains, black out any lights from electronics, with tape, blackout tape, so that your sleep is not interfered by this light. Exposure to light during the night can mess up the natural programmed increase of melatonin. You know, the hormones that ensure that you get great sleep and you wake up feeling rested. Yeah, that one. What happens is that the light sends signals to your body to stay awake. So even though you might be sleeping, if you are exposed to light throughout your sleep, your body is constantly telling yourself to wake up, which obviously you're not going to get a good night rest if your body is trying to wake you up all throughout the night. Back in the day, people would follow a more natural schedule that would mimic the sun and the moon, right? They didn't have electricity. Yes, they had candles, but candles were expensive. They weren't just gonna stay up until 3 a.m. every single day. So when the darkness would come, it would be time to go to bed. And when the sun would rise, this would be the time to wake up. Now, since we have electricity, people think that they can become night owls and sleep at whatever time they want, and that it will not affect them because they are still getting the same amount of hours of sleep. But the thing is that it's different. If you go to bed at 3 a.m. and wake up at 9 a.m., it's not the same thing as going to bed at 10 a.m., 10 p.m., and waking up at 4 a.m. Like, trust me, you probably noticed this yourself. Let's say you go to bed very late, like 3 a.m., and you wake up at 12. You had 9 hours of sleep. You should wake up feeling rested. But you probably wake up feeling tired and not as energetic as, let's say, if you went to bed at 10 p.m. and woke up at 7 a.m. Trust me, do the experiment and you'll notice what I mean. And for the city folks, if you're living in the city, a lot of light is coming actually from outside, from just the city, the lights. So make sure that your room is completely dark as well, because this can impact your sleep. Personally, I always feel more energized when the room is completely dark, and I just wake up feeling more rested. Try it out and let me know how you feel in the comments. Number 4, have a schedule. What I mean by this is go to bed roughly at the same time every single night. Yes, even on the weekends. You can actually train your body to be on a schedule. Going to bed every single night will help your body regulate to a specific schedule. It will know what to expect. It will know that at 10 p.m. you go to bed, so your body will naturally start producing more melatonin around the hours of 9 or 10 p.m. If right now you're going to bed at 2 a.m. or 12 and you're like, I can't sleep any earlier than this, like my body is just not made for that, know that you can train your body. Like if you're typically going to bed at 2 a.m., don't go to bed 9 p.m. like the first night. Try to slowly go to bed earlier. And you'll see that your body naturally adapts to this. You'll start feeling tired way before 2 a.m. after a month. You'll go to bed maybe like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. It's definitely better than 2 a.m. You'll also waste less time. So for example, if you're a person that has a hard time falling asleep, let's say every single day you go to bed at 10 p.m. Well, when you go to bed, you'll actually fall asleep roughly like within a couple of minutes because your body naturally produced more melatonin because your body is used to it. It knows that at 10 p.m. you go to bed. So it will not make you wait 2 hours to make you fall asleep. You'll actually fall asleep way faster than you used to. For example, I usually go to bed roughly around 9:30, 10 p.m. And let's say on the weekend, I'm out and, I'm just enjoying my time and it's past, my bedtime. I'll notice my body like just yawning nonstop. I'll feel so tired. I'm like, I just want my bed. Even if it's like, 10:30, 11, it's not that late. But because my body is used to sleeping at this time, like you'll really notice if you do this experiment yourself. Like go to bed at the same hour every single day, and then on the weekend go to bed a little later. You'll feel like you can't even stay up anymore. 5th and final tip, don't nap throughout the day. I know we all love a good nap, especially on the weekends, to catch up on some sleep. But the thing is that if you nap for like a couple hours in the afternoon, you'll notice that when it's, time to go to bed, you'll notice that you'll feel very energized. And this can actually mess up your regular sleep cycles. So if you want to take a nap, try to keep it under, half an hour, 20 minutes. Those power naps that we call, is because it's literally just to get throughout the day. And if you are the type of person that, after eating, you just feel like you're really tired and this is why you need a nap, make sure to investigate that, because this is not normal. You should not feel extremely tired after eating. Napping is not the long-term solution. You might just be alleviating your symptoms right now, but you need to go deeper and look further into this matter. So let's do a small recap. First of all, stay off your phone at least 1 hour before bed, as blue light affects your melatonin production. Second, sleep early. Your body is naturally inclined to follow the natural cycle of light and darkness. Third, get your room completely dark. You'll notice that your quality of sleep will skyrocket. Tip number 4, have a schedule and go to bed at the same time every single night. And finally, avoid napping, as it can mess up your sleep schedule and make it harder for you to fall asleep at night. These are just 5 small tips to optimize the quality of your sleep, and that you can do today. I mean, don't lose sleep over it if you cannot implement all these tips. You see what I did there? But please try to implement these tips and let me know how you implemented them, or if you're already implementing them, how is it beneficial to you? How has it, improved your sleep, improved how good you feel, improved your energy levels? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear all about it. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when I post a new video. Thank you all for coming out, and see you guys next week.